We are putting Dignitas on the orange team, and we're going to be putting BDS in as blue team for this one. Good luck to both teams. Let's hop into the lobby now for Dignitas versus BDS. It's going to be a really interesting series. BDS, an extremely well-rounded lineup, but Dignitas perhaps less so than we expected them to be. I certainly thought that Dignitas would be coming in with Jorias as a very, very well-rounded roster. You know, Jorias I looked at as an upgrade to Azrael in the ones department, because going into this tournament I hadn't seen Azrael play ones recently. We obviously have seen Jorias play a ton of ones recently and having loads of success in that matchup. But will they be able to do that today when it matters most? They're off to a horrible start in the 3v3 with Nachitao capitalizing on a really poor clear by Yukio. Panda was just flying into the goal there, unable to get anywhere near that one. But yeah, Yukio's got to do more there in that play. That was far less of a clear ball, more of a pass to their opponents. This is more like what we're used to seeing from Dignitas. Yukio's put the double touch wide though. The passing was phenomenal there. It was what Dignitas usually do so well. And we all knew that Jorias getting into this threes lineup wasn't going to be super easy. When Azrael first played for Dignitas, they took a while to figure things out, especially defensively. But Jorias did have recent three success before joining Dig. He's not just a ones player for this tournament. He of course made it to the spring series alongside Archie and Calix. Archie, of course, playing on stream earlier for Veloce, looking extremely good in threes and twos. Jorias, you know, ideally for Dignitas would be performing well in all the game modes today, and that's what would enable them to get past another solid roster in BDS. You know, BDS have got good matchups in all three game modes, and they're taking it to Dignitas in threes, who today, to start off the lower bracket, lost twice in a row in 3v3. Well, not back-to-back, but they did lose twice in 3v3 in one series against a team who you really wouldn't expect them to lose threes to, Al Dente, Reganam, and Mads. Definitely a dangerous threes team, but not a team you'd think would beat Dignitas twice in one series. And BDS are a team that you could see beating Dignitas twice if that is the case, because these guys are really up there. Just recently qualified to RLCS, qualified for Spring Series, and now they're taking it to Dignitas early on in this one. And it doesn't get any easier for Dignitas after this, because even if Jorias is playing well, he's going to go up against Monkey Moon in ones, which is really not an easy matchup. Fairy Peak beat Monkey Moon yesterday, but Monkey Moon didn't look too bad and never does look too bad in ones. He's definitely, in my opinion, a top 10 ones player for the EU qualifier. I would have expected Jorias to be even higher than that, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. That's going to be an insanely intense series. It's going to be the highest pressure that Jorias has ever been under in his Rocket League career. Is this going to be 3-0 Nachitao against Jorias? He's put it off the post, and you can kind of forgive him for doing that because he needed to get the ball past Jorias. Didn't want to hit it right into him. Unfortunately, the accuracy's let him down. There's no 3-goal lead for BDS just yet. Well, let's see now if Dignitas can pick things up. They've at least stopped leaking goals for now. But they have to do more than that. They have to start scoring. They have to figure out how to get into offense and create some realistic chances. BDS more clinical, more deadly today so far. And guys, how have Dignitas been looking in 2v2 today? I know a few of you guys have been watching the Dignitas matches on Subpar and Shogun streams. Who's been covering the Dignitas matches? I actually forget. But what do you guys think? Pretty solid in twos? You think they're going to be able to take BDS in 2v2? Yesterday it was Monkey Moon and Mark. Also very high rated twos players, but there's the opening goal for Dignitas. They do put one in, and it's a new man Jorias repping the Pulse clan. Monkey Moon getting stuck underneath the ball on that one. That's exactly what Dignitas are so well known for, that infield pass. Often the route to goal for these guys. Oh, big dunk by Panda. BDS thought they could clear this across their goal, but Panda has other ideas. Comes flying in high enough to smash this one across the line. That's a perfect timed approach by Panda. All of a sudden, Dignitas are alive and kicking in the 3v3 matchup. Yeah, who do you guys think is the favorite here? You've seen a good bit of gameplay here in the threes. Who do you have taking the overall series? You can let your votes rain into chat right now. I mean, I have to personally go with Dignitas just because I do think that now is the time that we're probably going to see Jarias start to show off his 1v1 talent. He was up against it in the last round that Dignitas played. He did get 2 wins for the team though, in a matchup that ended up being more difficult than a lot of people expected it to be for him. Here's Jarias trying to take the lead. Great shot, but it's barred down and out of the net. BDS hanging on now. Dignitas are the ones with all the momentum on their side. And it's a full team effort, everybody getting involved. Passing plays are there. After a few mistakes in defense early on, Dignitas have certainly solidified. And that is a complete own goal. Monkey Moon on the drop down from Yukio deflects the ball into his own net. You would never expect this from Monkey Moon. So well known for his goalkeeping ability, but the pressure got to him. He thought there would be a man right behind him about to smash the ball over the line. He didn't realize how much time he had. And with 30 seconds left, it's Dignitas who have the lead in threes. The matchup that's been very on and off for them today. It was very off at the start of this game, but now they are the ones in control. They're the ones who I think have to be the favorites of the series now, with Jarias getting into, I think, the better form of his 1v1 game at the right time. But hold on, it's bounced middle, and Monkey Moon redeems himself. Mark by 8 has recovered well enough here to demo the last man, and just when it looked like Dignitas were going to clear the ball and win the game, it's bounced into the center for Monkey Moon. Now notice that play by Mark in the corner, he could have very easily been drawn into a 50-50. Hard to ignore a challenge as juicy as that in that position, but he just went straight past it and went for that bump onto Panda. It was really the correct decision in the play. And now Dignitas have to do it all over again. Monkey Moon beaten to this one by Jarias, who has recovered well. Jarias brings it down. Good dribbling in field. Panda couldn't wrap his car around it. Yukio looking for Jarias on the right hand side, but the demos are really causing problems. That's on target. Nachito finishes it off, and it's 2 huge off the ball plays by BDS to steal the 3v3. Nachito smashes Dignitas defense and then smashes the ball over the line just when it looked like Dignitas had this one figured out. They have crumbled, and they are under immense pressure now, because if they lose this 2v2, they are fully relying on Jarias to carry them back into the series in 1v1, I believe. I don't see any other way back. I mean, we've seen 1v1s make such a huge impact today in the Singularity series that we did watch. But they might end up being just as important here, and what pressure on Jarias if that ends up being the case. I mean, there's already pressure on him. He's got to play this 2v2 as well. Yukio alongside him. I love that Jarias Dignitas logo. That's hilarious. He's drawn it himself by the looks of things. But Monkey Moon and Mark, for those of you who follow EU Rocket League streamers, you'll know that these two are absolutely up there when it comes to 2v2 ranked in EU. Always insanely high rated, very difficult to play against. Look out for the kickoff strategies from these guys in particular. And you know, I would give Monkey Moon and Mark the edge in this matchup. They're in a good position here, but it's Mark who's hit the bar in this one. Jarias was not getting to that. Mark couldn't hit the target. Jarias keeping an eye on the challenge that was incoming, and he's got it past 2 players. Jarias, with the ball cam dribble for better vision, has caught Mark and Monkey Moon out of position. I mean, you've got to wonder what Mark and Monkey Moon were thinking there. They both got so close to the ball. One player should absolutely be backing off there, ready for the shot. Even if Jarius does have low boost, you've got to respect his flicking ability. I want to highlight again the ball cam dribble by Jarius, sorry. So smart, because he knows if he turns on ball cam in that play, he's actually not going to get any more information than he had with the ball cam on. That's why he did decide to go with it. It's not usually what you would go for. Let's see now what Mark and Monkey Moon can do from behind. This is not new territory for them. They had to make a last-second comeback in the last game. Luckily this time they have a lot more time on their hands. Mark versus Yukio at the near post. He's going for the bump, and he gets him. Yukio tried to wait out the attack on the ground, and it has not paid off. Mark saw Yukio staying low for this one. He knew, well, if I just fly down and pop this guy, he's not going to get away from this one. Yukio missed an opportunity there. When he saw Mark flying down, he could have actually jumped over the bump and then saved the ball with his dodge. But, you know, there's just a split second to make that reaction, and Yukio just couldn't make it work this time. Mark's got a wide open net. That's a big challenge win over Yukio again. Jarius saves Dignitas briefly, but Monkey Moon puts it in anyway. You know, I'm actually pretty glad Monkey Moon scored here, because now we get to watch Jarius save on the replay. Look at that, off the bar. Well, Monkey Moon's positioning was on point. He sent it straight back down the middle. And BDS are applying the squeeze. The Dignitas, who are already in a rough position. It does look like Monkey Moon and Mark have more synergy in this matchup. Jarius and Yukio have had their moments, but it's mostly been solo plays with another player just waiting back, not really contributing much to the play. Monkey Moon and Mark, whenever they are making an attacking play with one player, the other is following up. Monkey Moon thought about going for a bump onto Jarius there. Jarius got away from it. Now here comes Yukio. High up into the air, maybe a bit too high. The ceiling gets in his way. There's Mark on the far side. Nice pre-jump save by Jarius. Still more work to be done. Jarius not afraid to dribble the ball out of defense, even if he doesn't have backup from Yukio. Does stay off to the side of the field, though. That's a safer option than dribbling in to the middle. How much work does this guy have to do to get Dignitas through today? A long road from here, even though it is just the final series that they need to win. BDS are the ones who are improving their chances. And what mode do you guys think BDS would pick if Jarius does beat them twice in a row in the 1v1? Would it be the 3v3? Would it be the 2v2? Based on what we saw already, I reckon 2s, because yes, it's just a 1-goal game, but Jarius and Yukio don't look like they have a lot of synergy here. And oh, it's going to be another solo play by Jarius that pulls him back into it. That's the second time. You know, Yukio was making some pressure on Mark here, to be fair. It's Jarius who's doing everything on the ball, but Yukio forced Mark wide, and that's what made the 50-50 so bad. Extremely dangerous position there for Mark, because Yukio forced him into it. Monkey Moon just misses the double touch, trying to save a little bit of boost for the recovery. And Jarius looking to read the down bounce, almost got it. Yukio with the follow-up. He's got a wide open backboard. Yukio with the double into the bottom corner. And Dignitas picked the right minute to start playing a good 2v2 game. You would never doubt Yukio from that kind of position. That's his bread and butter. But Dignitas need to do what they didn't do in the last game now. They have to hold on to a 1-goal lead. BDS were able to come back in the 3v3 in game number 1. Will they be able to do it this time? Monkey Moon wants the 50-50 against Yukio. That's brought Mark into the game for free. Oh, Monkey Moon was not far off bumping Jarius away from that one, but Jarius got there first. Mark to Monkey Moon, it's too far. Mark has demoed Yukio out of the equation. Lots of 50-50s out of defense. My goodness, that wasn't the safest one though by Jarias. As ball rattles off the bar. Mark high to the near post. Jarias is there. Perfect read on the bounce. And Dignitas hang on once again. They've got to do more though. BDS have upped the tempo. They're attacking relentlessly at the end of this game. They don't want to go into game number 3 all even. They don't want to have to play Jarias from an even playing field. Jarias over the top of the air dribble bump, gets the save. Monkey Moon has to just go underneath the ball on this 50-50 to keep it alive, but they've done a good job with it. Mark and Monkey Moon coming forward, but Yukio beats them both to it, and that secures the 2v2 for Dignitas, and that gives them, I think, the edge in this series. Jarias does not have a free win, far from it, in the 1v1 round, but he has to be the favorite. We saw Monkey Moon against Fairy Peak yesterday. He did not look too threatening to Fairy, and going into this tournament, I would have put Jarias above even Fairy Peak in the 1v1 rankings. So this is a huge chance now for Dignitas to grab control of the series, to have that Game 5 pick locked in. Who knows what they would choose in that Game 5. Would it be the 1v1? Would they want to put everything on Jarias to qualify them into the final day? I guess we're going to know that when we see how this game unfolds. Jarias already in a good position. Far too quick for Monkey Moon in that play. Jarias didn't want to take the risk of a quick center ball in case Monkey Moon got the better of him. Gonna wait for a more clear-cut opportunity. Monkey Moon ends up giving the ball away twice in a row in this play. He wants it back, but he's not going to get it because Jarias has all the boost and Monkey Moon had none. Had to go back to the halfway line to get some. Jarias countered early by Monkey Moon, and Monkey Moon's got the boost advantage. He shoots on target, but Jarias is there. Monkey Moon afraid to go into the corner for the boost because he could have been demoed as he did so. Both these players showing a lot of respect to each other early on in game number 1 here. Of the 1v1s, I should say. I'm just assuming at this point that there's going to be another one. I'm already thinking about game 5. Dignitas picking ones. Sending Jarias out there to try and qualify them for the last day of competition. It's been a calculated affair already. Monkey Moon spawns in the way of the goal, but he needs to get a 50-50 here or something. That's actually bought him a lot of space. And hold on, Monkey Moon! Oh, he's just chipped it off the post. I think any more left and he would have hit Jarias with the shot, so he had to aim it that far to his right. It's not often you get to see the defensive player with no boost coming away with a goal from that position. Monkey Moon is pretty close. Jarias' demos are causing problems, and he sees the opening at the near post. 1-0 after almost 2 minutes of gameplay. You've got to make a snap call here. When you see the spawn, you've got to decide, can you put that ball in before they get there, or do you need to slow play with a mind game? 1-0 meanwhile in favor of Jarias. Monkey Moon does not back down. That's a good ball chase, and he's right back in it. And it is a standard play in this position to just continue going for the ball. Let the player with the boost have to turn and face you. Jarias got a bit too greedy. He wanted possession and the boost. Now he's taking away Monkey Moon's, and he might try and go for the demo. Mistimed it though. Monkey Moon really didn't have a response to the demo in that play because he was just landing from his dodge. Jarias with better timing could have just eliminated him for free. Big 50 win for Monkey Moon and an open net finish. And now he's in front. And this is why I said that this is far from a free win for Jarias. Monkey Moon is very, very solid in ones. Yes, he can be predictable at times. He likes to defend in the majority of situations. Doesn't like to attack the ball when the opponent has control. But he is very, very good in defense. And he's actually outplayed Jarias again. Jarias thought he could get the boost in the corner. That was not the case. Maybe he thought his bump would do more to Monkey Moon, but Monkey Moon just shrugs it off. And now he's got a 2-goal lead. That's 3 goals in a row as well. And oh dear, Jarias is choking here. He just flipped straight past the ball. And Monkey Moon walks it into the goal. I can only imagine that he thought Monkey Moon was flipping into this one, and he tried to manipulate a 50-50 in his favor, but that wasn't a 50-50, that was just him missing. Monkey Moon waited for it to happen. And so far, Monkey Moon's actually ball chased really well. This is the first one that's gone really wrong for him. You know what I'm saying? Ball chasing, I mean attacking the ball with no boost while your opponent has 100. And it's usually done when the opponent with 100 boost is facing the wrong way. You just ignore the boost disadvantage, go straight for the ball, and hope that you can get there before they turn around. Monkey Moon has picked his spots pretty well for the most part with that strategy. He did just concede one goal by making a play he probably shouldn't. Now Jory is on 0 boost, has to dive out of his goal. He's recovered phenomenally well though. Straight down off the bar and into ball control. I'll call that a triple save even, because Monkey Moon was threatening a third shot after Jory has already dove for 2. Very low scoring affair. Now that's a decent 50-50 for Jorius. Oh, he couldn't get on the right side of the ball though. He might get the goal regardless, because Monkey Moon is way out in the corner. Jorius 50-50s it in. And that is pretty patient play in a very precarious position. Jorius just let Monkey Moon come back and hit the ball off him. And then it bounces into the goal. That is a really good read by Jorius. I don't know how he managed to hold his nerve in that position. Refused the urge to flip into the ball, but he's done so. And what's his reward? A kickoff goal to equalize the game with 97 seconds left. Dignitas coming back to life here. No sweep on the cards just yet. Monkey Moon called Joria's bluff on that one, but it ended up not being a bluff. Joria's was just playing the ball. So in this play, Monkey Moon knows that he's closer to the ball than Joria's, and he knows that Joria's is also aware of that fact. Thought that has to be a fake challenge by Joria's, but actually Joria's just one step ahead, went straight for the ball, ignored Monkey Moon's positional advantage, and you know, that's just another great use of ball chasing in position. And Joria's is coming back here and fully taking control. 6-4 mid-air 50-50 into a ground pinch. Joria's on a great streak of goals, even better than the one Monkey Moon produced before this. But we might not be over just yet. Monkey Moon's placement is on point. And Joria's, after giving him this much space, was always going to be second best to any decent flick there by Monkey Moon. 1:05 remaining in the most important game of the series. Who will have control of the picks? The game mode choices. Monkey Moon has... Oh, he's just missed it because Joria's has come away with this ball under full control. How did he save this? Monkey Moon faked a flip reset in the air, faked an air dribble. He was trying to convince Jorius to pre-jump, but Jorius just stayed grounded, waited for the incoming 50-50, and it has somehow bounced to safety. Now, I don't know how Jorius is staying so calm in these positions. Same thing as the ball that bounced across Monkey Moon's goal earlier. It's so tempting to just flip at that ball, jump in front of it, but doing so would actually worsen his position. He's showing a great knowledge of what Monkey Moon is capable of. Well, Monkey Moon does have space on the right here. Would not be surprised to see him making that air dribble. Here it comes. Delayed touch by Monkey Moon. Jorius with the save. And that might be the save. That puts Dignitas 2-1 in front. Monkey Moon had options. We've seen a lot of air dribble dunks today, a lot of air dribble bumps, a lot of air dribble into flip reset plays. He just went for the standard air dribble, thinking Jorius would expect a different shot. Jorius had his eye on him, and like lots of the end of this game, he has come out ahead on the mind games. That was a huge turnaround though. Monkey Moon definitely had the edge in the mid game. He was reading Jorius' plays very, very easily. Jorius is a very slippery customer as he made the necessary adjustments. And that's 2 comeback wins for Dignitas to put them in front here. What matchup do BDS choose? Well, they picked the 3v3, the one matchup that they won earlier on in the series. Are they going to go with 2v2? Because, you know, before Dignitas got a late comeback, it did look pretty good as well. Joria is asking what game mode. I think BDS are still discussing which one they're going to go for. They're going to go with 3s. Everybody going to join back into the lobby here. This is interesting. You know, Dignitas haven't looked the best in 3s today. But, you know, this is going to be just as close as the 1v1, I feel. You have chat on, by the way. Yeah, I do. I should probably turn that off. I turned it on. Wait. Oh, I got kicked from the lobby again, and I'm in Manfield Night. I don't know how this keeps happening. I just keep getting kicked from the lobby and ending up at Manfield Night. Let me just bring back this holding screen for a second. But yeah, I think the lobby just crashed. We're gonna get it remade in a moment, guys. It's 2-1 in favor of Dignitas. They've already locked in that game 5 pick. We don't know what they're gonna choose yet, of course. The Manfield Night is calling me. It might be. I guess it is. But BDS have gone with 3v3 here, and it makes sense because they did win the 3v3. Dignitas looking a bit shaky in that matchup. But you have to remember, before BDS came back, equalized at the very last second in that game mode, they were down for the count. They were actually losing with 2 seconds to go, I think it was. So this really isn't going to be too easy for them, I feel. I don't think BDS have any easy matchups. I don't think anyone has any easy matchups in this one. Pretty hard choice, really. And then, you know, if you know all the matchups are going to be difficult, you do probably want to revert back to the matchup that you have a win in, even if you didn't have an easy win in that matchup. Okay, we're back in the lobby here. Let's get ready to get this one underway in just a moment. Looks like yeah, we do have everybody in here. All right, let's get into game number 4 of, I almost said Joria's versus BDS. Dignitas versus BDS. You know, at times it is Joria's versus whoever they're playing because he is playing all the matchups, but Dignitas need to all show up today. They need to play their best Rocket League right now if they're going to beat them in this 3v3. It'd be a really great close to the day for Dignitas if they can get the win in this 3v3 because they have beaten BDS in 2v2 and 1v1 back-to-back just now. So there is the chance to get the matchup sweep, win every matchup back-to-back-to-back to eliminate your opponent. So I've seen that quite a few times this tournament. Not all of the Game 4 picks have gone in favor of the team who are losing the series. Solary are beating Happy Meal 25-6. What did Breezy decide to do? Did he just put down the controller and go make a sandwich or something? What's he doing in that game? Is he playing? There's no way he's actually playing if he's losing 25-6. He dipped. He rage quit. That's just a forfeit. Did Exotic just kept on scoring? He's just like, well, yeah, you can leave the lobby, but I'm just going to keep scoring. Did Breezy leave or did he just park his car? Which did he do? I'm really curious to go back and watch that one. It was 11-5. And he went to get a Happy Meal. And then he left and Exotic just kept going. I mean, at that point, I guess you would just leave. You should probably just leave as well. but I mean, you could also just watch Exotic play free play for a couple minutes. It's fine. Oh, Resi joined. Well, that is in fact against the rules. So if they did win that, they would be forfeiting that match anyway. It is not in the rules of this tournament to be playing a 1v1 with one player, have him leave the game, and have another player sub in. That is in fact against the rules. But it looks like they're going to lose anyway, so no big deal. Oh, speaking of losing, Dignitas taking a big L here. That's about the worst result they could have had from this 50-50. But all three players have just synergized their misplays there. We see nobody back for Dignitas. And to make matters worse, Yukio's taking a 50-50 at the worst possible angle. You know, you're always in danger of that exact thing happening. If you take a 50-50 in the opposition corner, side onto the ball, while your opposition is goal side, it might just bounce into your goal. Or it might fly into your goal at a great rate of knots like it did there. BDS are going to try and build on that. They want Dignitas to at least have to take them into Game 5. What do you guys think? Is it going to be Joria's Game 5 for Dig? I do think it's probably going to be the Joria's 1v1 carry for Dig again. think they just have to go for it at this point because he's been doing well enough today. And he was clearly the player with the advantage in the matchup against Monkey Moon, albeit not a dominant advantage. The roster changes is my fault. What do you mean the roster changes is my fault? I don't know. I don't know if Fusion had anything to do with Dignitas signing Jarius. I mean, Jarius has been playing really well in threes recently as well, so they might have picked him up for that reason. And we're probably going to start seeing more and more of that as the team get more used to playing with each other. Look at that double touch center by Jarius. Again, I don't know how much he meant that, but that was a really good pass. He hits it into the ground, and then when it bounced back up, he hits it again towards Panda. And, you know, if Jarius can slot into that infield passing style as well as he seems to so far, that's great news for Dignitas because they love to do that. They want to have as many infield passes, or at least as many infield pass threats as possible. Surprised we didn't see one there, to be honest. Jarius actually got the reset on that ball. How did he reach it? I thought for sure it was going to be out of his reach. Panda centers. Strong 50-50 by Mark, who had no momentum there, just had to get behind the ball and hope for the best. Dignitas can advance with just one goal here. That's all they need to progress into the Fusion EU tournament. Send BDS home again. How good would it be as well for BDS? You know, we're talking about Dignitas with Jarius. How nice it would be for them to find success immediately, but BDS are playing with Nachitao as well. This is a new player for them, and of course they want that to work out just as much as Dignitas want Jarius to succeed. Remember, this is BDS pick for game 4, and it's not looking too easy for them. I feel like the 3v3s are never going to look easy because it's the lowest scoring game mode. So sometimes you have to really work for a win, even if you are the favorite in the matchup. Dignitas, obviously, ideally for them, they don't want to go to that game 5. They don't want to have to throw Jarius in there again to carry them into the last, or into the finals stage of competition. They want to start getting more wins in threes. They did win the 3v3 against Anyans, dangerous RLRS team, in the previous round. So they can do it. They have had results with this team. Oh, that's a decent chance. Yukio looking threatening late in the game. It's responded, or a response by BDS though. And Yukio lets it drop for overtime. Thanks Subpar for the host. Hope you guys had a great stream today. Welcome to all you viewers who have just tuned in from Subpar but in HD. And again, shout out to those guys for helping to cover the action off the EU qualifier. Be sure to check them out if you haven't already. Panda saves Dignitas in game 4. Remember, it's BDS who are really fighting for their tournament life here though. They need this win and one more, or else they are going to be eliminated. Dignitas are expected to go through here, according to the seeding, and they're expected to go through based on what we're seeing. But when has Fusion ever given us what we expect? Nachitao sends it long. Remember, it was an overtime win for BDS in game 1 of this series. Can they double up? Can they get another one? It would give us a new look to the 1v1 round if it is picked by Dig in the last game here. Last time Jarius went into that off the back of a win in 2v2. This time it would be off the back of a loss in threes. Definitely a difference in momentum, mentality. BDS definitely have the majority of the pressure. They're looking to pass the ball constantly out of defense. Notice they're rarely taking this one into the boomer hard clear mode, and that's a nice demo by BDS. Remember, they equalized and won the game in the last 3v3. Oh, that's a feels backflip by Jarius. Mark puts it in. They didn't need a demo this time because Mark's center has caused Dignitas to crumble. Jarius accidentally flips on the goal line, and Panda does not get the ball to safety. And, you know, like I just said, what a difference this is going to be for Dignitas. What a difference it's going to be for Jarius if Dignitas do send him in for game 5 here. Because not only Is he going into this 1v1 fresh off the back off a game loss? He's going into this 1v1 after a huge misplay that has forced him to be here. They do still pick it, and I think this has got to be the right decision. This has got to be the play for Dig. They're putting all their marbles on Joria's 1v1 ability. It's Monkey Moon versus Joria's to see who's going to qualify for the finals of the EU Fusion tournament. Joria's with a great play at the near post, but Monkey Moon's got an even better one. That's a really difficult save to make. You know, Joria's has been trying to catch Monkey Moon off with ball chasing here and there. Oh, these guys are just bringing the best goalkeeping into the last game of the series here. Both of those shots looked pretty good when they were sent on target. Monkey Moon flip resets into the bar and is on the goal line. He could bump Joria's away. He didn't go for too much in the way of bumps though. Just wanted one and then the boost steal. But Monkey Moon has not saved this one just yet, and he can't save it at all. Joria's slams it in from point blank range, but what was this touch by Monkey Moon? He actually, well, he did save it initially, technically. Sent it into his own crossbar and down onto the goal line, but unfortunately it wasn't a good enough save. The ball bounces into a position that's pretty much impossible for Monkey Moon to work with. But the fact that he did manage to keep out of the goal initially is certainly impressive, to say the least. Not the best first touch by Monkey Moon here. Tries to go for the dunk, but his air dribbles are not succeeding very often against Joria's. He's been ready for most of them. Joria's will try and bump Monkey Moon out of the sky, and he nails it. And that was just so much more accurate, so much harder to stop in the air dribble department. Look at the timing there of Joria's. He gets the touch at the very last second before he leans into the ball there. That is ridiculous. You know, we talked a lot about air dribble bumps today. There's certainly a variety of talent when it comes to them. And that is a bump attempt by Monkey Moon, but the shot's too slow. Monkey Moon has to watch Joria's recover and save it. Yeah, when it comes to quality of air dribbles, Joria's is absolutely up there with the best in the world. And one of the things that makes his air dribble bump game so dangerous is he's quite well known for just standard air dribbling plays in 1v1. He loves to just go for vanilla air dribbles, air dribble dunks, air dribble double touches, air dribble flip resets. So when he takes off for one of these, you don't really know if he is going for the bump automatically. Some players, you know that they're going to go for it because that's the only real play that they do when they are air dribbling. Joria's is certainly not one of them, and he's ruined Monkey Moon at the near post here. A defensive blunder for Joria's let Monkey Moon come back within one, but he has completely mind-gamed him here. Monkey Moon is convinced a shot was coming. Joria's only intended to dribble him. And you know, to beat Monkey Moon twice to send your team into the final stage of the tournament is no small feat. Joria's trying to do it at the moment, but Monkey Moon is keeping this one very, very close. And that is not the best touch by Joria's, you have to admit. He's got to do two things in that play. Number one, knock the ball to a safe location. Number one, flip over the boost as he does it. Now, he did neither, and that's what's allowed Monkey Moon to score. I think even if he did one of those things, he would have been fine for the immediate time. But there's no doubt that Joria's willingness to play more aggressively when Monkey Moon has the ball, that's what's really causing Monkey Moon problems. He's always having to make early plays on the ball. You saw just there, Monkey Moon afraid to start a slow play because he knows at any moment Joria's might be challenging him. And Joria's just really doesn't have that same threat. He's got so much time. Look at this play again on the ground by Joria's. He knows that he's got time to make a play on the ball, maybe even make a second play on it before Monkey Moon's going to get there, because Monkey does not like to challenge early very often. He's not doing it enough for my liking. He's not putting enough pressure on Joria's ground plays. He might have just messed up here again. Joria's with a wide open net, 5-2, and Dignitas are about to qualify. Once again, relying on Joria's to win 2-1 games, but I don't say that to, you know, flame them at all. That is how this format works. The teams who have better 1v1 players are just going to have an advantage because upsets in ones are just less likely. The high scoring affairs are usually more difficult for underdogs to come back from. Jordias is just so solid right now. He just does not feel threatened by every Monkey Moon fake challenge. He knows it's not really he knows the first challenge is never really going to be coming. Because I don't remember the last time I saw Monkey Moon just put his head down and charge at the ball. He doesn't do it. He loves to play more defensively, but that doesn't work too well when you're losing. Jordias with a cheeky little double touch as he catches the ball off the ceiling bounce. And you just love to see it. He's playing so safe here. He's worried about the shot, he's worried about the goal after getting the ball past Monkey Moon. That's really the main objective there. Just make sure Monkey Moon isn't going to get a touch, and then you can worry about scoring. The landing by Jory is perfect. Once again, Monkey Moon is a speedy boy, and he's got his first goal in a while. And with this much time left on the clock, he does have an outside chance here. Was Jorius looking for a bump in that play? He may have been, but he did not get anything. Monkey Moon, too quick. He's not converting on many of this kickoff wins that he's getting. Once more, Jorias is the more successful of the two players with his early challenge game, and he slams another one in. And that's really all you need to know, folks. Which one of these two players is having a better time challenging early, and which one isn't? That's really the difference between them for me. Nice half flip by Monkey Moon. He stole the boost away from Jorias there. Monkey Moon wanted to go low on a 50-50, but Jorias is one step ahead. Gets right behind the ball. Monkey Moon with a reset. Maybe he didn't actually get one, because I would have expected a wave dash shot there if he had the flip available. Now he's really running out of time. I mean, a player like Monkey Moon is always going to have a problem with coming back from many goals down, because he just doesn't play a risky game, and you need to play a risky game if you're going to come back from a scoreline like this. And now it's just completely beyond him. But yeah, this is the issue with the defensive approach to 1v1. It's great when you're winning, but when you're losing, your chances to come back are very, very limited, because you're giving the other player so much time on the ball, you're giving him so much space to work with. And unless you've got the best kickoff in the world, and you're able, maybe not even just one kickoff, multiple good kickoff strategies, there's really going to be no chance for you to get the possession that you need to win the game, to take the risks that you need to win the game. But full credit to Jorias. Dignitas needed him to come out and beat Monkey Moon 2 times in 1v1. Monkey Moon, a consistent top 20 player in the rank leaderboard for 1v1. An absolute monster mechanically and insanely good in defense. But Jorias scores on him with ease and takes the series for Dig, who will advance to the final stage of the tournament. It was a good attempt by BDS, but at the end of the day, there's no question who the better team were in this format, and that's going to be Dignitas, who take them down 3-2. The bracket hasn't yet updated, but that is the current qualified teams for today. Team Singularity and also Dignitas. We're going to be streaming all 4 of the qualifier matches today, guys, so on the hour we'll go live with these ones. We're still actually waiting for the previous rounds to finish here.